Hi everybody, it's Phil. Share with you gameplay of my Druid build. This is a Poison Storm build that I was creating, step by step, trying to improve it, and it works very well. I'm doing actually a Nightmare Dungeon. I tried 41, it was easy. This is 36, you can see also 38 in a moment, and 41, and I'm very durable, dealing lots of damage. I actually even try 56 and still was able to do lots of damage to the enemies, although durability suffered there. But of course, by the time I really get there, I'm going to be higher level. But just show that the damage is there and the durability is there, because I was fighting in 41 like 95 level, and I'm level 82, 83 at the top, yeah. So 83, so enemies were like 12 levels above me, and I was able to do it fairly easy. So I'm just saying this works very well. This build and actually better than I expected, and yeah, I'm going to share more at the end of the video, so you can see the gameplay or jump to the build that I'm using. It's still not finished and far from being optimized. There are many items that I actually don't use because I'm waiting for better drops to use them, so it will be even much stronger if I use the other one. I'm going to be much more durable as well if I put them, but I haven't just yet. I'm still thinking the way to actually do it. There's no rush because I'm performing well, so I'm keeping those drops that I don't really have good duplicates of for later. So enjoy the gameplay and check the build at the end of the video. Alright, so for the build I focused on three main things: durability, crit chance and damage, of course, and increasing the core damage, the damage of the core ability. So this is very important. The reason for that is your base storm skills are now werewolf skills. One thing good about it is, by the way, when you get things like werewolf damage, critical damage, you can still use it, because now my main ability, of course, is the lightning storm. It's also werewolf, as you can see, shapeshifting, so I can still benefit from it, aside from other synergies from the Paragon board and skills and other stuff. So this synergizes with that, which is what Hurricane is active, gain +3 ranks to your shapeshifting skill. So this is now also shapeshifting in werewolf. All right. So if I activate it, you can see it goes up. Crazy. So you can see here that I'm focusing on, by the way, this is, I'm going to replace lightning resistant there. Again, this game is not fully optimized. I have actually better aspect available, but I'm not importing them just yet because I want to replace certain items. So as you can see, damage, lightning damage, total armor. This will give me extra armor. +4 ranks to lightning storm. This is the core one that I'm using. Willpower, again, the reason it's very good for me because it significantly increases the skill damage. I also have it here, +171 and +84 to all stats. It's all helped me with the Paragon board, or will help me at some point later on once I unlock more Paragon points. Potion drop rate really helps. Lots of damage reduction, as you can see. Here I can get rid of the strength. Again, I will change it. This is, by the way, not good. I want to replace this entirely. I use it only for speed. By the way, this is why you see the perk there. Because I just use it. And again, I don't really have any boots. I'm going to put something else here. But again, this, of course, the perk here is not needed, and I have space to use something. I'm just trying to figure out what's the best yet. So This is just because you use it for the speed. That's why you see the perk there. Yeah, this is my weapon. I want different one, but this is very good. I mean, I have another one, this one as well. All right. But the reason is that what happens is that this one scales very well because of the dancing bolts. I have really extra damage while those dancing bolts because I crit. And this allows me when there are lots of enemies to just swipe them immediately. It doesn't matter how many there are. I'm just gonna stay put, let the enemies be on top of me. The more they are, the better for this build. It scales very well. The more enemies there are, it doesn't matter how strong they are. You're gonna deal lots of damage with that. All right. Overpower is not important for me in this build, but hopefully I'm gonna find something maybe a bit better, or I'm gonna try to work up with this one. It's supposed to be better, but still, I'm using this one. Critical damage, again, willpower all stat increase my skill. As you can see, my willpower, this is significant increment. Other than that, I have this one. This has really crazy when it comes to durability, resistance, damage reduction while injured, total armor, damage reduction from close enemies. Because again, I'm going to the face while working is active. Again, +3 rank. This is again for the shape shifting to increase the core damage. Damage to distant enemies. This is good, by the way, because enemies will surround me, and as long as they're not actually close to me, sometimes I focus on the one that actually far, that actually try to debuff me. So I'm not attacking melee, but I try to be far away and actually moving around. So this is very good, so I can eliminate them faster. Weaker strike chance, vulnerable damage to injured enemies. Primary resource when you crowd control. This is good when I, for example, initiate and I don't have, I can just put the poison there, the creeper, and kind of fill it up, especially when there are many enemies. I might remove it, by the way, later, but right now it's on. Critical strike chance, +30 lightning critical damage, vulnerable damage to Krakotol. Increased dodge check. By the way, this is I'm going to drop, alright? This is I'm going to drop, I don't need it. So this is also going to change. Even with that, with the two things that I'm going to replace, I'm still very strong. So yeah, this is going to be off. I'm going to put something better there. Yeah, so let's take a look. By the way, you want to see the stats. So you can see that critical strike damage. I'm going to continue working, adding even more. I can actually add much more, by the way, even 16 more. So I have like 15. So this is possible. Sorry, 50. Yeah, I mean, there are ways I'm going to work on these items to significantly improve. I want to improve both the damage and the crit chance with those as well. All right. So, spirit boons. Reduce damage for allies. Again, this is to the face. I'm standing in the middle of all the troubles in most cases. Increase critical strike chance. Chance the cooldown of. By the way, this allows me to have a chance to reset this one, and basically it allows me to continue CC and make enemies stand in place. It's good for, by the way, if you kind of sometimes need to disengage. But again, I might change it. We'll see. We'll see. Here I'm using this one and this one. This one really great because now shape-shifting skill, remember the synergy? This is now shape-shifting. So basically by using that one, I'm actually healing. And this is crazy because critical strike, again, because I'm going for a crit build, shifting skills heal you for 3% max of life. So this is crazy for healing. All right. In terms of my skills, that's what I use. This is also I intend to draw, by the way. It's good, by the way, when you need extra durability when I jump in. Because I can really reduce the damage by 74% for 4 seconds. You know, sometimes enemies try to debuff you, so it gives you time to really deal damage and wipe them. Because the damage is so high, by this time it's over, I'm going to wipe them out, hopefully. Right? And also slow them down. So really great debuff if you are to the face when there are many enemies. So useful, but we'll see. Right now, it provides itself to be very useful. Here I'm using stop skill. I want to get rid of that, but right now, again, it's very useful. Regarding my Paragon board, I put here This is vulnerability. This is the exploit one. All right. I'm going to make, by the way, changes I haven't made now. This is as I go, by the way. I made a few changes on the way. This is something that I'm going to use here, but I wanted to do something else, so I just retracted it to get to the one of the legendaries. But again, we're going to go over right now. I'm using this one where there are 3 or more poison enemies. We are with the creeper. You do 45% increased damage. I also have this one, storm skill. I mean, the druid legendaries are very good. That's why I'm using them. Increase critical strike damage against vulnerable and mobilized enemies. By the way, when I'm hitting enemies for the first time, because of that, they are vulnerable. You see, they become vulnerable for 3 seconds the moment I hit them. All right, they become vulnerable, which is great. It can happen every 20 seconds. But when you initiate and deal lots of damage, you're going to put everything in. It's very, very good, because then I'm going to deal significantly amount more damage. I also go here to this legendary node as well. This is why I took them, so we can actually branch here as well. After spending 74 spirit, you then deal 30% increased damage for 5 seconds, which is great because I'm channeling and I'm going to spend lots of spirits very, very fast and just increase my damage. Alright. And here I'm using the Earth and Sky, grant 84 bonus to all magic nodes. Again, upgraded, of course. Let's skill deal 10% increased damage to crowd control or vulnerable enemies. Alright, so this is for now. Of course, I'm gonna make changes as I go, and yeah, right now is one even I didn't use. Yeah, so basically this is the build right now. It's super durable. Again, I tested even until Nightmare 56. I still get lots of damage in 56, but understandable because enemies there are, I think, 115. But in terms of damage, I still deal lots of damage to them, which is great because, again, I know the damage, I'm really good, way above my current level. All right, so durability, I'm going to continue improving it. It's still good, by the way, but I needed more. So I can still survive, but I see that the damage is still higher. But by the time I get there, I'm going to be higher level anyway. So this is it for this build. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you're interested to see what I'm actually using. And yeah, if you have any suggested tips and improvement, please let me know in the comment section below. I'm learning as I go, trying to really optimize bit by bit. You know, it started very hard for me. I really wanted to stay with this. And by the way, you can just, the great thing about it, you can just stay in place and just put everything on the screen. Even things that are out here, for example, enemies out there, it's still going to work. Because again, you can just step here and all the enemies out there, we're gonna just gonna get that extra damage. So you can just stand and just reach everywhere and gonna do lots of damage. The more enemies there are, the better. This one scales very well. The more enemies there are. Sometimes there's a big enemy and we just open some cages and just invite more enemies and grab them together just so we can easily eliminate, you know, the big enemy. The downside is just single target, but this is something I'm working as well to improve. This is something that I wanted to maybe use. Maybe use trample. All right, maybe use trample. It can stop him. Might be can knock back and, you know, can deal. If I improve it, high single damage to single target. But right now I'm still doing very good, so I don't feel like changing. It works very well. And this is it for this video. Hope you find this one useful. Again, I'm going to share more as I go, but right now it's absolutely smashing. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, Nightmare 41, and this is the last time that I did. I'm going to do higher. I can do much higher, by the way, from what I can see easily, because 41 was very, very easy. So just imagine how far I can go with this one. So the build showing itself to be very, very good, very strong, very durable. And yeah, I'm going to share more in the upcoming videos. So make sure to subscribe. See you on the next one. Cheers.